Do you know? You can abstain from premarital sex. It is hard, right? Many youths of this present generation thinks that abstaining from premarital sex is something that is archaic and not possible. Meanwhile, it is very possible to abstain from it before getting married. If it isn't possible, God won't have commanded you and me to flee all appearance of evil. Premarital sex is a problem that is ravaging society presently, judging by the number of unwanted pregnancies, increased cases of abortions, and increased number of people with sexually transmitted infections. This is gradually becoming a norm, judging by the world standard, but it is a sin before God. Our God created sex to be consummated by people that are legally joined together as husband and wife, and not to be an object for experimenting by two people who aren't married. Sitting there and listening to me, you might have started indulging in premarital sex, and you might be contemplating starting. Whichever ways, I want you to know that there are dangers attached to fornication, which is another word you can use in place of premarital sex. Let people not deceive you and make you believe that you can just toy with fornication without getting the repercussion of it. The repercussion is both physical and spiritual, and to be honest with you, the spiritual danger or punishment is more grievous than the physical. One of the dangers of premarital sex is that it makes you lose sight of where you are going. Let me explain, so that you will understand what I mean. As a young man or woman, if all that is driving you is how you can be sexually active among your peers, you will discover that you will just live life like a vagabond who does not have a specific direction. You might not even have plans and ambitions, because fornication has a way of blindfolding the eyes of people who engage in it. This might sound laughable. You might say, I have plans for myself, and I am walking towards it. Yeah, you might have. But premarital sex is a distraction, and it might impede your progress. The time you are supposed to spend to write down your goals, visions and aspirations is the same time you will waste in indulging in premarital sex. Let me add to what I said earlier by asking you this question. Do you know that any time you sleep with someone, you and that person are joined together as one? This is validated in the scriptures, in 1 Corinthians 6 verses 15 to 16, which states, Do you not know that your bodies are the members of Christ? Shall I then take the members of Christ and make them members of a harlot? Certainly not. What? Know ye not that he that is joined to a harlot is one body? For two he shall be one flesh. Can you see what the Bible explicitly explained? This simply means that any time you commit fornication with another person, you are joined together with that person spiritually. If the person has a generational curse, or curses following him or her, you will also be sharing the same curse or curses, and it might take the mercy and grace of God to actually deliver you, and that mercy and grace would only be made available if and only if you are repentant of the sin of fornication. I trust that you know how curses can incapacitate a person and make a person turn to toast bread for the enemies. Another danger of premarital sex, which has not been sounded well to the hearing of many youths, is that indulging in premarital sex won't allow you to consummate your marriage properly, because you might start comparing your previous sex partners with your present spouse, which might lead to dissatisfaction and in turn result in infidelity. This issue has ravaged and is still ravaging many marriages today. One or both of the spouses might not have been faithful during the period of being single. Infidelity in marriage can lead to divorce, and God hates divorce. Before we wrap up for today, let me add to what I said previously about the dangers of premarital sex. Another danger of it that is worth talking about is the fact that premarital sex is not God's plan for you. He has great plans for you, and indulging in premarital sex can make the fulfillment of God's plan for you to be delayed, because sin delays and impedes God's perfect plan for a person to materialize. I trust that you want to see the hand of God working in your life much more this season. God loves you, and He wants you to forsake your sin today and follow Him. Are you ready to see the best of God this year? If you are sincerely ready for it, then you have to tell God that you are sorry for the sin of premarital sex you have been indulging in, and promise Him that from today you will turn a new leaf and won't toy with sin again. Please like and subscribe to our channel for inspiring videos.